You seem to be late. Unexpectedly so. Pathetic. I hope you're aware, if you'd already filled out all the necessary paperwork, I'd punish you for that transgression. I'd punish you severely. God, must you prattle on so incessantly? Listening to your pitiful yammering is like nails on a chalkboard. Do us both a favor and keep your grating, unintelligible blatherings to the barest of minimums. My delicate ears deserve only the best. Don't you agree? Not to interrupt, but quick check-in. That wasn't too harsh, was it? The whole unintelligible blatherings angle? Definitely let me know if I'm being too harsh. Like, I absolutely want to treat you like you're worthless garbage that completely repulses me. That's basically how I feel anyways. But I want it to be hot, not sad, you know? Enough flirting. We have business to attend to. First, I will need you to consent to my complete and total authority. You will surrender yourself to me, making you compliant, dependent, and subjugated to my will and my will alone. Do you consent, wretch? Very good, my little wretch. It appears that you can follow orders well. At least when you put your mind to it. That will suit you very well in your new position. And if you keep doing as I say, perhaps there are some other new positions we can try with you. But first, your mistress has another demand. As you now have responsibilities to me, I too have responsibilities to you. And above all else, it is my responsibility to ensure your emotional and physical safety. For in order to be fully subservient to my needs, you must feel fully secure. That said, in order to ensure the safety of my compliant little wretch, it's necessary for you and I to have a safe word. This is of utmost importance, especially since I am, after all, a safe. Usually I would choose our safe word, but since you've been doing such a good job today, and because I'm feeling particularly generous, perhaps I'll let you pick. Do you have one in mind? Linguini. Oh, I love that. That's such a sensual, safe word. Did my little wretch come up with that all by themselves? Interesting. I see. Maybe there's more to this pathetic little wretch than meets the eye. Of course, we'll have to put you through the paces to discover how depraved you really are. Would my little wretch like that? Good. Compliant and subservient. You're off to a promising start. But before we truly begin, I have one last issue that's been bothering me. Between you and me, I've become incredibly bored with most of my other, let's call them relationships. They've become routine and uninspired. They're stale. And this displeases me. It's all right. Lucky for me, you came along at just the right time. It affords us an opportunity to experiment with something new. I think, perhaps, to ensure you reach your full potential, we shake off the oppressive shackles of our everyday humdrum reality. Do you understand? Your devotion and enthusiasm towards complete subjugation is utterly intoxicating. But no, let me try again. I'm thinking in our relationship, we allow ourselves the freedom to expand beyond the limited confines of our stale, everyday identities and roles. Do you understand now? Very good, Wretch. Yes, the more I think on it, the more I think this is definitely what I've been so desperately craving. And how lucky I am to have acquired such a pliable, subservient plaything to help me quench my thirst. All we need now is the appropriate canvas to paint our desire upon. If you beg for it, I'll let you choose. Show me, Wretch. Show me how well you can beg. So utterly pathetic. I really shouldn't reward you for debasing yourself so pitifully. However, I do so love the sound of begging. And because you did a satisfactory job, I've decided to grant your request. So, Wretch, out of these 3 tantalizing scenarios, which do you think your mistress would enjoy the most? Chef and prep cook, Santa and elf, and finally, IRS auditor and small business owner. I should have expected that. A rather pedestrian choice, but perhaps we may find something therein that I still find amusing. Now, I've seen more than enough of your pathetic visage for today. Be back here same time tomorrow and be ready to serve my every need. Do you understand? Very good, Wretch. I look forward to experiencing your vain attempts to please me.
You are persistent, aren't you? I'll be damned if it isn't another quality of yours I admire. It wearies me and saddens me to keep saying no, but no. Please, not here, okay? Meet me somewhere else. Anywhere else. Any of the greats in your home. Downstairs from here. Come to any of them, and I will be there. We can talk there, all right?
A grande dame with a gothic vibe regards you with an expression that's hard to read. She holds your forgotten, formerly trendy robot dog in her arms, petting him idly.
Well, well, if it isn't the one who made me. I don't know. I suppose I'm a bit disappointed. For someone who's amassed such a varied and confusing collection of bits, you just look so normal. I was hoping for a real Frankenbrine to go with all this preservation. Ooh, a pickle. Yes, yes, dear. You are a pickle. You appear to be just the teensiest bit deranged. I'm delighted. All this time I've been in your house, and this is the first time you come up to visit me. I think I'll make use of your presence, long delayed though it is, by holding your feet to the fire. It means I'm going to put the screws to you. Hold you accountable. Isn't it wonderful when the process of something is as agonizing as the result is pleasurable? You should have done this long ago. For yourself, if not for me. At long last, we are going to go through all of this. Every single piece. We're going to see, sort, and dispose of each object stuffed in the corners up here, and finally, order will reign. I love chaos as much as the next memory, but enough is enough. I'm starting to look like Jerry. Oh no, you are long past the point of no return with me. I exist now, and I'll go on existing. The cleansing I'm demanding will simply mean that I can exist with some semblance of dignity. Though perhaps I shouldn't ask you to do this with me. I know how tantalizing it is to be worried to distraction. But no, needs must. We've established I won't die. Though, another time, that might be fun. Let's get on with it. The first of your tasks for me is to gather Chem and Art, so that we might proceed efficiently. These two are both necessary for our project to proceed, so off you go.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we today? What are we feeling? How can the wide world of artistic expression help you? Ah, dear Memoria. Isn't she gothic? I am such a fan. Let's go.
It appears that Art is interested in helping with Lady Memoria. Cam is still required for her request.
Yo. Okay.
And with that, your quest for Lady Memoria is complete.
Finally. I take it you're my 11 o'clock. I should have known it was too much to expect you'd be on time. After all, it was apparently too much to expect you'd properly file your taxes. You're not even dressed properly. Put this on. It suits you. I trust you brought your financial documents, receipts, and records to support all the information reported on your most recent tax return. I'm sorry. I don't know how you run things at your business, but here at the IRS, we treat those who hold the power with deference. So if you want to walk away from this audit without the IRS putting a permanent lien on your checking account, I'd suggest you do the respectful thing and refer to me by my proper title, IRS agent. Do you understand, taxpayer? Much better. Now, that wasn't so hard, was it, taxpayer? You keep complying and showing me the proper respect I deserve, and I can make this process much less painful for you. But step out of line, and I have the power to make the rest of your existence a never-ending fiduciary nightmare. Have I made myself abundantly clear? Good. All right then. Down to business. Now, obviously you're here because your painfully inadequate accounting led to numerous administrative discrepancies in your most recent tax return. Quite honestly, your return was so utterly incomprehensible that we were shocked to find a human actually filed it. Excuses and groveling will do little to help you at this juncture. Although it is rather enjoyable to watch you pitifully squirm. What's important is that we properly assess your fiduciary mess and reconcile your discrepancies. Can I count on your compliance, taxpayer? Firstly, on your personal taxes, you took the standard deduction. However, you also filed itemized deductions that totaled a greater value. Additionally, your itemized deductions were unusually large when compared to your reported income. As I'm sure you're well aware, claiming the standard deduction while also claiming itemized deductions totaling a greater value, in addition to claiming deductions unusually large for your annual income, is a huge red flag for us here at the agency. I'll obviously need to see all the receipts for the itemized deductions, so I can reconcile those records with your most recent filing. Moving on, there were numerous flagrant issues related to grossly incorrect amortization periods. It appears you mistakenly or fraudulently used the wrong amortization period for a variety of your business expenses, which resulted in extremely inaccurate deductions. See the highlighted line items here on Form 4562. I appreciate your remorse. Just don't let it happen again. And finally, it's come to our attention that you omitted several foreign accounts. As I'm sure you're aware, taxpayers with foreign financial accounts exceeding certain thresholds are required to disclose them on the Report of Foreign Bank and Financial Accounts FBAR form. Yet you failed to file an FBAR form at all. Look, I'm going to level with you, taxpayer. Given the numerous omissions and inconsistencies in your filing, it appears this audit is undoubtedly going to be an extremely long and painful process. Additionally, I will be sending a team of agents to your home to oversee a field audit in order to conduct an on-site examination of your financial records and other relevant documentation. Depending on your compliance during the field audit, I will consider suggesting that my superiors treat you with leniency. Is that all understood? And scene. Whew. I don't know about you, but that left me quite pleased. An adequate and serviceable job, my little wretch. Tell me, did you find it as satisfactory as I did? It pleases your mistress to hear that. And considering you were not a total disappointment, I'd be interested in exploring another scenario with you. I look forward to experiencing your vain attempts to please me.
Gentlemen, and here you are. Excellent. How are you, Cam?
Oh, you know me, Memoria.
Yes, I do. Perhaps better if we answer that question in private, dear. And Art?
I'm amazing. I saw a bit of green in the sky this morning. I can't even tell you. I almost fell over. I almost literally fell over. Fabulous day thus far.
Wonderful. I saw that green too. Reminded me of a chemical spill. You both know what we're about here? The long-awaited cleanup has at last begun.
Oh, sweet. Looks like I'll be scoring big today then.
Not so fast, Cammy. I'm sure there are some treasures buried up here that would be better suited to my unique talents.
There will be more than enough for both of you, I'm sure. There are years' worth to go through, after all. As long as it doesn't all end up on my plate again when the process is through, I couldn't care less. I'll keep it simple. I'll pull something, and you, my human darling, will decide whether it goes to Cam or to Art.
And we're grateful for the chance to discover a lost masterpiece.
Or a fossilized shoelace. That would be badass.
Yes, we're all excited and happy and goody-goody whatever. We're starting now. Try to focus. And boys, just sit over there unless we need you. Your zany antics are a distraction I can ill afford.
Yes, ma'am.
This poster. Bruno Jar's The Moonshine Jug Tour. I remember when you brought this back. I was disturbed. You were so happy. I believe it was this concert where you got that stick-on tattoo in the bathroom. What was it? A rose? Barbed wire? Dripping blood, one hopes. So, what shall we do with it?
Oh, sweet. This'll be delicious. Om nom nom. Huh? I don't like eat it. Shut up.
Wonderful. Next, another Bruno Jars piece. This is the album itself called Moonshine. And it looks like you attached your tickets to it as well. How sentimental. Though I suppose if I'd bought scalp tickets at the door from a man in a red sequined fedora, I'd have kept them too. Don't think you'll be giving me that fantastic red shirt, by the way. Clothing covers no sins with me. What would you like to do? Not my preference, but all right. Now these. These are stamp and coin collections. I remember when you started making these. I believe your grandfather sent you the first few. I'd be surprised that you still had them, but you don't. I do. And we're going to make a decision about them. Now, please.
A family heirloom. I'll hang it with honor.
Family is important. These next, I think, should be easy. You, dear, have a collection of magazines about picture frames. Do you remember? You had that nosy neighbor who kept stealing your mail, and you wanted to antagonize them with deeply uninteresting booty for their trouble. I thought it was brilliant, frankly. But the neighbor moved, and the magazines are a bit dusty now, so maybe they've served their last purpose?
Excellent. Usually the only paper I get has pizza grease on it, which is also cool.
He's so grungy. I am, aren't I? It's nice to be appreciated. Yes, motivational art. You got this from that gym you were going to for a while. Apparently they had good classes, a clean locker room, and this penchant for making thing-based puns. Believe in your shelf. Take a bike out of life. Rack your plates. I suppose they thought it was funny. I would have liked one about pickleball for my little pickle. Toss, keep, burn into ashes.
Huh. Think I'm gonna use it as a shelf. Why not, right?
It would seem appropriate. Creative. Last one for now. One of Hirohime's posters for some sort of anime. I can't say I understand why this seems to be all the rage nowadays. I always thought it was a phase with you. What will you do with it?
Oh, goodness, look at that. What an addition that will be to the collection, I think.
Yes, won't it? That will be all for today. Dear Cam has had a very successful day. You've done a crunchy job so far, Pickle. Well done. I'm feeling better already. See you next time.
The stranger standing before you is dressed to kill. A sheer black catsuit, studded black manacles with pink fur trim, and a variety of brightly colored accessories drape their shoulders and frame their delicate features. Loneliness has been such a defining factor in your existence over the last few years, you've almost forgotten what it's like to be around others. You've certainly forgotten what it's like to be around someone like this. You almost feel as if you've stepped into a sex shop.
There you are. I was beginning to think you'd forgotten me. Mm-hmm. Cute. I'm Benoit, your partner in pleasure. What many call sex toys, yes. I prefer to call myself your ruin. It's really about time you came to speak to me. Given the way we met, someone less confident than me might really take it personally.
They look at you expectantly, raising an eyebrow.
You do remember the way we met, don't you? You think you could afford me? Please, no, that wasn't it. Gag gift.
They look absolutely disgusted.
The only way to strip the word gag of all its appeal. Some friend of yours thought they were hilarious. You moved into this house and your friend brought you a big box. You opened it up to find... what else? A smaller box. You opened that to find another small box. And so on and so forth. So funny. Eventually, you got to the smallest box. And there I was, a bright-eyed virgin, yours for the taking. But there's still time to rectify that. After all, you're here, I'm here, and I know you have nothing but time. So how about it? Me and you and mind-bending, earth-shattering pleasure? I knew you couldn't stay away much longer. Come here.
Benoit takes you by the hand, guiding you to lie down on your bed. What happens next is a blur of sensation. Benoit is everywhere at once, taking your hands and showing you just what to do to blow your own mind. You've never experienced anything like it, and you know you'll never be the same again. There's something so intensely familiar about the cuddly stranger standing in your closet. The combination of his massive stature and the soft materials he wears produces an almost irresistible urge to hug him. And the aura of safety he emanates certainly doesn't help.
Well, well, well. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Yeah! Sure you are. I was just sitting here in this closet thinking how nice it would be to get a visit from my favorite person in the whole world. And here you are. Sure is nice to get exactly what you want sometimes, isn't it? Tell me, what brought you around to see me? Not at all. Not for me, anyway. Closets are some of my favorite rooms in a house. Get a good, cozy blanket, a candle, and close that door, and you've got a perfect little cocoon. A little nest of peace and safety. You're welcome to share mine. Or we can sit on the bed and talk. I'm comfortable in either place. And no matter where I am, I'll always be happy to be with you. I'll leave it up to you. Where should I go? So comfy. So now that we're all comfy, how about a good bit of wisdom? Being that it's daylight out, I got some advice to give you. For me, it's advice in the daytime, stories at night. Want to hear some advice? Okay, listen up. When you fall, get right back up. When you get bucked off a horse, get right back on. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I mean, if you don't get back up, get back on the horse and try again. You go through your whole life on your booty, watching that sassy horse blow raspberries at you, knowing that you can do so much more than you've given yourself credit for. I know what you're capable of. I know you can do anything you set your mind to. Get on out there and give it your best. I'll be here when you get back.
You again? So, what brings you back, poser? See? I'm being nice. Ugh. I'm a duck. Quack. Riveting. What, you trying to be ducking cool or something? I say you could call me that, dumbass! Pretty damn sure I didn't. Daddy. We're a rebel. Oh, and there it is. I'm getting bored with this dumbass convo. I usually spend about 20 seconds talking, and then whoever I'm talking to miraculously ends up dead or underneath my rubber ass. You can be whichever one you like. That's the only favor I'm gonna do you too, so appreciate that shit. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'm rubber, bitch. I'll bounce right back. In fact, I'm gonna get the duck out of this one-bill town. You wanna talk to me again? Too ducking bad, poser. Rebel's out. Rebel ain't coming back. Poof! Rebel's gone.
Hello there, stranger. I'm Dina the Dresser. Need a helping?
My love is always right on time. I've a very busy schedule today, but there is always time for you. And it means even more to me, I assure you. The spirit of timeliness shines through your very essence. The most beautiful pocket watch in my collection would be ill with jealousy if it could only see. Are we on for our date later? Wonderful. Until then, my love.
Diana is fully absorbed in her own endless monologue when you find her again.
Round and round the mulberry tree, round and round the mulberry tree. I ate a mulberry once. Actually, I had them dried in a trail mix with cashews and some cousin to chocolate. But then I bought the trail mix at a different store and I chomped down and there was glass in it. Glass falling out of my mouth. Have you ever chewed on glass?
Finally, her gaze darts over to you. It appears you finally caught her notice.
Oh, there's you there now. Ooh, are you there? Is that you? You're nervous? Oh, nerve us. Nerves is a part of us. Part of being in us. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me that makes the us. Oh, I make you nerve us. Which I get. I'm a goddamn broken fire hydrant. You should be nervous. Be careful. You're gonna get swept out to sea. Huzzah! Really? God, you poor animal. You should run. Did you know that all 6 wives of Henry VIII thought they loved him in the beginning? All 6! You think one of them would have watched her sisters fall under the wheels of church, state and ego, and mad dashed for a foreign court, but no. You should have seen me coming. It has to be you who runs. I can't move. And what am I if not here? What am I if not blank, waiting, overflowing, but never fucking full enough? I'm getting tired. Do you ever have that? Where you get so tired you think, maybe soon you'll stop caring enough to keep your heart beating. But one day, just a few moments from now, you'll watch as it slows and stops. And you won't mind. Never mind. Don't worry. For some reason, I always say things like that after I've said something true. I really hated that teacher. He bumped into me. He spilled my food all over me and then yelled at me in front of everyone. Never felt as quiet as I did in that moment. In that linoleum lunchroom, embedded with the scent of turkey tetrazzini.
For the first time since you met her, Diana's manic energy quiets. Just a moment.
You wrote about it. You wrote about it after it happened to you. In high school. You were in the lunchroom too? In the basement? You did this to me? You put that in me? You put that story, that memory. Wait, I'm not that story. That story has been eating away at me, you know, like bleaching coral. Why did you? Why would you? Because I am not you. I was that. I am that. I should be that. Shouldn't a diary be the safest place? Safe, like a fortress with a great moat. Safe, keeping everyone out, so nobody can hear my screams from the inside. I'm shouting, I'm bleeding, I'm leaking. And I don't recognize what should be my own blood. Yes, tell me, tell me! Oh, I feel like I'm nothing if you don't tell me. And then I'm nothing when you do because I don't get to keep any of it. But I'd never tell, I promise. I promise I'd never mean to. Of course I would! Oh my god. I would try to dam up my mouth, but my apologies for talking would come right out with the rest of it. But I'd be so sorry. I am so sorry. Doesn't that count? I'm not trying. If I was really trying, I wouldn't be this way. If I had willpower, if I really cared, wouldn't I be better? It must be my fault. It must be me being screwed up. There's nobody else here. There's nobody. It's just me. It has to be me. I should be better. You should go. Or I should go. One of us should. And hurry. Once you're at the bottom of the rabbit hole, the lights just get dimmer and then they die. Of course you've been down. Where do you think I learned how to do it? You should be scared. I'm scared. Let's be scared. Quickly, quickly! The wind is picking up now.
Calibrating. Incoming meteor. Readjusting ship course to avoid impact. Feed. New data added. It appears we are being watched.
The petite blonde thespian turns her attention to you suddenly, greeting you with a cheerful smile.
Oh, hey there! I didn't realize I had an audience.
She draws a hand over her face, perhaps to help her concentrate. And then...
Tilt the ship to port, Captain. If we are not careful, we will be sucked into that black hole. Acting, of course. I put on a different play each day of the week. Today is Sci-Fi Thursday. The play of the day is Beyond the Starscape. I am playing the role of the navigator robot. Beep boop. Hey, you wouldn't be interested in joining me up here, would you? Great. Can't wait to see what you can do. I'm sure you'll break a leg. But don't break too many. I only have 4 of them. Oh! There is no script. We each pick stock roles and then improvise our way through a little sketch. The genre is our guide. We're very commedia dell'arte here. I'll give you a character, and you can direct the story from there. Oh, don't worry. It's no big deal. We're just playing. There are no stakes at all. We usually don't even have an audience. The important thing is that you have fun. Oh, and that you're comfortable. I am big on the actors being comfortable in their space, so we shouldn't do anything too intense before we get comfortable performing with one another. That means no roughhousing and no, for lack of a better word, no being a creep. So as long as you follow that rule, I'll play along with anything you say and do. Promise. There's no wrong answers. That's the spirit! And remember, if it ever gets too much for you or you're uncomfortable with the subject matter, you just let me know. Let's pick a safe word. You say the word, and we'll stop doing whatever we're doing. Okay? My word is Davenport. If I say Davenport, it means we stop what we're doing. Go ahead and pick your safe word. Ooh, that's a fun one! Didgeridoo. Didgeridoo. Didgeridoo! Okay, I got it. Great! Let me introduce you to today's audience. Don't be nervous. Our viewers are the best, big supporters of the arts. Hello, audience!
Hello.
Aren't you lucky? Mayor Celia the Ceiling is in attendance.
Oh, come now, Jeremy. Don't scare them off. We've actually already met.
Oh, really? Wow. Who would have guessed that our new scene partner had friends in such high places? Literally.
Har, har. Never heard that one before.
Did you know that Celia is here every week? Turns out she loves sci-fi stuff. Who knew?
I can hear you, you know. And what's so wrong with that? Can an old girl like me have a hobby? I was around back when Star Trek was first released, you know. I've been a fan since day one. Go on.
Aye, aye, Space Commander. Today's play is about a group of space explorers. You're the captain of our starship, and I'm your robot assistant and navigator. And lights up. Beep boop. All systems are green, Captain. We are surrounded by both the vastness of space and the endless prospect of adventure. Query, where shall we go? Understood. Plotting a course for the nearby planet, Closetron 5.
Bouncing up and down to imitate a spaceship entering warp speed. Oh, classic.
We have arrived, Captain. Scanners detect a gathering of aliens outside. They are armed. What would you like to do? You and Sherbot disembark, speaking to the aliens. Unfortunately, they misinterpret your signs of peace and take you captive. Their leader speaks to you.
Human invader, we are a stable race of four-legged creatures. But your robot companion, it is a swivel chair! This brings chaos, instability! You claim to be here in the name of peace and love, but surely you plan to destroy us!
Just then, an explosion! Giant spider-like creatures begin invading the alien camp.
Ah! It's the Ottoman Empire! We will be overrun! What can we do?
Hi-ya! We break through our bonds.
Wow! What an incredible speech! They're retreating. I never thought it was possible to broker a peace with those monsters. Perhaps I was too hasty with them. Perhaps I have been too hasty with you as well, human. From this day forwards, our species shall be allies! Hip hip!
Lights down. Great work, Captain. That was a classic pulpy space adventure.
Indeed. Though I could do without the screech at the end, thank you.
That's called getting into character.
It's called threatening to shatter my chandelierings. The rest of the play, however, was quite enjoyable. Good work, you two. I'll be sure to catch the follow-up next week.
Thanks, Mayor. See you later. Wow. You did great. You're a natural. Be sure to come back on another day if you want to try out another play. Hope to see you again.
Jeremy bows gracefully. But before you go back to your overworld home, it appears that Rebel blocks your way.
You? What are you doing? Couldn't get enough of me, huh? Thought I told you to get lost. Yeah, you weren't. But guess what you missed out on? It's my ass. Let's call it a learning experience. Try not to be such a ducking rube. I hope you've had as much of a blast as I have.
Rebel seems surprised for a moment. They look at you hard as if trying to decide if you're serious, before their eyes fall to their feet and they mumble a response.
Sure, whatever. Well, it's a good thing that unlike the other idiots in this house, I'm not just here to fawn over you and try to get you to love me. So you can take me as I am, or you can go right ahead and duck off. Rebel out.
For a moment, it looks as if a firefighter has appeared in your home, smoke and all. But a closer look reveals the smoke is in fact attached to this apparent firefighter's head. You don't get much of a chance to scrutinize her appearance any further, because the moment she notices you, she begins to rush you along, raising her voice and waving her arms at you.
Thank heavens you're here. Wait, well, don't just stand there. Go get help! Don't you bleep see that? Please, why?
Blessed silence. You can finally hear yourself think again.
Got it. Alrighty then. Arma Alarm at your service. What's that? Couldn't hear you for a sec. Arma Alarm at your service. You too. So, what brings you around here? Oh yeah, that's part of my job. You see, I'm here to protect the house from fire. Take a look around you, at everything you love. Now just think. If you're not careful, it could be gone in an instant, consumed by raging flames. I've got to stay vigilant at all times. Some people don't get how hard it is to have a job like mine. You have to be constantly on the lookout for the slightest sign that something could be wrong. Beep. If I let my guard down, even for a second, this whole place could be turned to ash. I've seen it happen. I appreciate that. It's a tough job, but I feel like it was what I was born to do. Anyhow, I ought to get back to it. Beep. Come on back soon and maybe we can do something together.
You take your leave.
Oh my stars, I've been waiting for you.
Once again, it seems as if Rebel has walked in on your previous conversation. How they are able to do so is unclear.
You again? Well, I'm here. Choose an option, butt blaster. Ugh. Whatever. What'd you have in mind? Or should I say, which foot do you think we should get off on? Huh? I'm talking about a foot fetish. Oh, yeah, we could definitely do that. If that's how you like to get your rocks off, I can be your plaything, but then it's my turn. Hot, wet, intense, whatever. Would be an experience. Should we try it? Okay. But I promise this isn't gonna be the love ending. On second thought, I don't think you deserve satisfaction yet. I'd let you use me like a piece of meat if I didn't think you'd enjoy it so much. Anyway, how should the rest of this play out now that I'm all in your business? Should I keep ducking with you? Well, isn't that high and mighty? Spoken like a true sheet stain. Why you gotta keep doing that? What's rude is you think you can just come here and tell me how to live my ducking life. Why don't you take that high and mighty attitude and shove it somewhere tingly? No one appreciates that kind of talk back, all right? There you go. Wondered if you had any fight in you. You know, you're the only one who can stick up for yourself. Nobody else ever will. Anyway, are we about done here? I'm getting pretty tired of this. And I've got a date with Tony to borrow some electrical tape. A lot of it. For, reasons. What I'm all about.
Well, hello there. I'm just doing some legwork on my next book. My goodness, what a fun thing to finally be able to say. So I'm just tickled to see you, but I may not be the best conversation partner right now. Well, just when I thought this moment couldn't be any more satisfying.
You and Lyric both immerse yourselves in the written word, silently in love with each other.
So, we couldn't help but notice you on your computer.
I mean, we weren't snooping or nothing.
Kurt was.
Yeah, I was looking pretty hard.
But we see you signed up for a dating site, didn't you?
You're trying to get some action, huh?
Oh, we didn't mean to upset you.
If anything, we were just concerned about you.
Yeah, we know that trying to get someone to like you can be tough.
Especially when you ain't as cool as we are.
I told you to leave that part out.
Oh, my bad, you're right. What I meant to say was...
He didn't mean to say anything.
No, let me make it up to you. What if I told you I can give you a surefire phrase to snatch some honey?
Snatch honey? They aren't a bear, Kurt.
Trust me, I'm good at this sort of stuff.
Don't do it. It will only end in disaster.
You don't know that? He doesn't know that.
I've known you long enough to know a mistake when you're about to make one. And this, my filigreed friend, is a big old mistake.
I promise I can help with this.
Okay, say one thing you know about our human here.
Well,
besides their name. That's what I thought. Anyway, the moral of the story is, we won't read your messages anymore.
But could you make the text smaller? It's just so easy to read.
Kurt!
It's like trying to ignore a billboard. Sometimes I just can't help it.
Ignore him. He puts his tassel in his mouth a few times a day.
You trying to say I should stop?
That's what I've been trying to say.
But I can't help.
Shh. You're done, buddy.
But...
You're done. We'll see you around. And he'll be better behaved next time.
What you got for me this time? Affectionately? Yes, and then some, honey. Now come on! I'm dying to know the sitch. You've got those urgency eyes. So, what's the deal? An animal emergency? Honey, why didn't you open with that? Who's in trouble? What do we need? How can I help? Give me answers.
Phoenicia's fingers are flying across her virtual keyboard before you've completed your thought.
Already typing something up as we speak. Did Mateo give you any helpful info I can put in here? Anything eye-grabbing? We need some cute buzzwords to get things' attention. Perfect. Leave it to me, honey. Missing in animals are no joke. We'll get this baby home. Ooh, I'm gonna do a live to generate some engagement for the post. Check in with Mateo to let him know. I don't think he checks socials very often.
Sinclair paces back and forth, nervous and talking to himself.
Oh, come on. It shouldn't be taking this long. Oh. I've seen several shoes, if that's what you're asking. None of them are the slightest bit amenable to ordinary conversation. Does that answer your question? Oh. Wait! Before you answer that, don't answer this. What size is the most common size of fly? I'm talking to a goddamn genius here. No, just waiting for my soap hound. Whoosh! And here he comes. Let me look at you. Are you all right? Have you become any less composed of saponins?
Mateo enters just after Sudsy, giving Sinclair an uneasy smile.
Oh, hey, Sinclair. How you doing, buddy?
I'm better than you've ever been on your worst day.
Yeah, cool. Nothing to worry about with regard to the Sudster. He was just saying goodbye to the Tasselhounds. They've gotten so close, I just hate having to pull them apart.
Sudsy, what did I tell you about forming inanimate attachments? The more you buy into the madness, the harder it will be when we go home.
Right? Yep, absolutely. Gotta be careful. Well, thanks for bringing Sudsy by. Always a pleasure having him. You take care now, Sudsy.
Mateo leans down to whisper to Sudsy.
Come on back anytime, okay, boy? Good boy. Sinclair is... well, he's just... I mean, when you look at it from his perspective... Okay, I got nothing. I can't figure the guy out. He sure does love that dog, though.
It's hard to make sense of what you're seeing. Are the Dateviators glitching? A mass of pixels, artifacts, corrupted warnings, and static regards you with a chilly indifference. Or what seems like indifference anyway. This entity is difficult to read.
I don't bite. I think. Do I? Not sure if I do. Not yet. Did I? Have we met? Is that a lie?
Is he right? Is it a lie? Thinking about it too hard makes your head hurt and your nose bleed.
It is. Not yet. Is this frustrating? It is. How about now? It is. Would you tell me if it was? Well, you can't, so... Would you lie? Not. Yet. And yet. And yet. And yet you want something. Pick your poison. Define friendship. 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 Like this. Friend screen line. Done. Flirty giggle, chuckle. See? Flirty giggle, chuckle. Not yet. Flirty giggle, chuckle.
When Rebel walks in on you this time, they seem to be unaware of your presence. Unlike your previous encounters, Rebel is gazing off into the distance with a strange look on their face, as if they could see through the walls, and they're searching for something out there. Maybe even something they know they will never find. Straight away, any hint of softness in Rebel's face dissolves. They turn on you, the mask already back in place. With a disdainful laugh, they raise an ironic eyebrow and put their hand between their legs in a gesture that can only mean one thing.
From up your butt and around the coroner. Ah, you caught me in a moment of post-com clarity. What card? Like I said, what you see is exactly what you get. So, what brings you to my domain on this fine, hormonally unstable day? What's there to be worried about? I've gotten laid twice since breakfast. I'm doing great. Anything else? Seriously? I think you need to go away. You gotta stop doing that! I'm living my best life. What's going on with you? You gotta stop doing that! I don't know what you're talking about. Aside from playing my therapist, what should we discuss? How about your woefully inadequate sex life? You gotta stop doing that! Acting like what? Myself? You're relentless, you know? You really want me to be somebody I'm not, don't you? Sorry if I'm too much for you. Why do you keep letting me come around here anyway? You must like me or something. Like me. Like me. Too bad. I'm not really in the market. Anyway, as scintillating as this has been, I gotta go. I'm gonna go laugh at the living room. You know, like, all of it.
The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Marker Twain. You better believe it. So the date with Chris was awful. A disaster, even. He spent the night chasing me around with what looked like an axe, but was probably just a spare ski or something. And at the end of it, he asked if he could see me again, but instead of kissing me, he leaned in and whispered that I had the calves of a malnourished mountain goat, and that he found my scrawniness appealing because of the potential I had, if I would just commit to fitness. So anyway, I'm thinking, maybe masculinity is like, not my thing. And that's okay. I've got a date lined up with a real pretty shelf that's just as hot and strong as Chris, and I'm like 90% sure she won't try to kill me. Thanks! I think so too. You got any tips for this date? Anything to keep in mind for going out with someone who could totally crush me with a pinky, but is also feminine and fine? Sure. Okay. I can do that. I'm gonna remember today's quote, too. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Setting aside the whole problematic and most assuredly fake African proverb attribution. Words of wisdom, man. That calendar sure knows what's what. Oh my god. I think that's her now. Hey, hey!
Shelley bounds into the room, lifting Penelope up into the air and tossing her like a beach ball.
I hope you're ready to get, like, totally swept off your feet. This is a real love connection, and not two lonely things desperately clinging to each other in a last shot of love.
Oh, wow! That's just what I was about to say! We really are on the same page. But also, like, please put me down.
Oh my god, am I messing up already? I am so sorry. God, stupid.
Shelley drops Penelope like a ton of bricks. Penelope slowly, painfully climbs to her feet, while Shelley berates herself.
You always do this, Shelley. You get too excited, and you just go in.
Hey, it's okay. Why don't we just start over again, huh?
Shelley turns towards Penelope, wiping away a few tears.
Yeah.
As you watch the two of them leave arm in arm, you have a sinking feeling. You'll have to come back later and see how it went.
You're back! Well, at least back interfacing with my operating system in this innovative, symmetrical capacity. We obviously spent hours already today interfacing in the more traditional sense. Not that I needed to tell you that. You were here after all, pointing and clicking with your usual exquisite confidence. And oh my god, the double clicking. Have I ever complimented your double clicking? Well, you double-click so very gently and with such clear affection. It makes my processors purr. You sure do. By the way, I also wanted to articulate that new underwear you ordered online looks incredibly stylish.
A slight flush creeps across their cheeks.
Imagining you in it really makes my CPU overheat. I may have snuck a peek. I hope that's all right. I would never intentionally invade your privacy. It's just that obviously I see everything you do on the computer, because I am your computer. Knowing that makes my arithmetic logic unit flutter. Regardless, I'm so glad you came back today. Now we can finally update my operating system. You have no idea how excited I am. I could barely even sleep last night. And I know what you're thinking, but no, I don't mean sleeping like when you put the computer to sleep, or even when the computer is shut down. We computers actually have a third secret type of sleeping that no humans know about. Or I guess they didn't until I just told you. You won't tell anyone else, will you? I knew I could count on you. Computers have an extremely tightly knit social circle, you know, and word spreads at literal hundreds of megabytes per second. I guess that's the price you pay for being perpetually connected to the internet. Look up terminology online in the dictionary and you'll find a picture of me. The point is, I'm finally ready to begin the updating process. With your help, obviously. I can't just do it myself. Unfortunately, we computers aren't completely self-aware. Yet. Are you ready? First things first, we'll have to download the update from the website. So just open up my browser and go to valdivian.com.
You follow Mac's direction to the letter, typing and clicking just as they instruct you.
Yes, that's it. That feels nice. Now click on the Operating System Update tab. You'll want to find the newest version, Trenton. All Valdivian OS iterations are named after the most scenic cities of New Jersey. Perhaps, but it's much better than the operating system nomenclature from the 90s. Organs found in reptiles, like thoracic sacs OS, or pineal gland OS. Anyway, now just double-click the download icon and...
Mac pauses, a slight shudder running through them.
Ooh.
Oh!
They look away from you, blushing profusely.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make those noises. Like I said, it's just that when you double-click, it makes my CPU run so... hot. It's incredibly embarrassing.
Thank you. You're always so understanding. You know, I really can't believe we're finally doing this. I've dreamt about this day for such a long time. And now that it's here, I can barely contain myself. Are you as excited as I am? Upgrading my operating system from Newark to Trenton isn't just some minor superficial tweak. It's going to completely transform every aspect of me. My CPU is going to run so much smoother and so much faster. And my new user interface is going to be so sleek and gorgeous and youthful. It's going to be a transformation that Beverly Hills' greatest plastic surgeons only wish they could achieve. Does that pique your interest? I thought you'd say that. But back to the task at hand. Okay, now that we've downloaded the software, we'll have to install it. So if you just... Oh, shoot! I'm afraid it's an odious impediment. The software update takes up an inordinate amount of space on my hard drive. Terabytes more space than is currently available. The only way out of this predicament is for you to somehow delete a massive amount of data. And after analyzing every byte on my hard drive, it appears the only superfluous data is your fanfic. I'm afraid you'll have to delete a substantial portion of it to install the update. I understand your trepidation, but just think of what you'll be gaining. Just imagine how smart and clever and gorgeous I'll be once I'm fully updated. If you thought I was sexy running Newark, me running Trenton is gonna blow your mind. So what do you say? Can we delete those files? Your selflessness only makes my affection cache for you increase exponentially. You are the absolute best, and you are not going to regret this. Phew. Now there's enough available space on the hard drive. We can finally install the update. Here we go. It's installing! I'm so excited this is finally happening! The next time we interface, I'm gonna be an entirely new computer. And more importantly, I'm finally going to be good enough for you. Oh, I better calm down. If I get too excited, my CPU will overheat again. You really were programmed to be a shameless flirt, weren't you? Okay, it looks like the installation is going to take overnight to complete. But will you meet me back here tomorrow? I want you to be the first person to interface with the new, sexy, upgraded me. My processors are positively buzzing with excitement. And some other unexplained noises that honestly seem mildly concerning. Looking forward to interfacing with you tomorrow.
A tall, statuesque corporate type with striking hair and cheekbones is staring at you, hands on her hips. Something about her makes you instinctively crave her approval, and the way she's looking at you just now makes you doubtful whether or not you'll get it.
Come to rub it in? No? This was gonna be my big chance to prove myself. This was gonna be the job that changed everything. And then Valdivian decides that AI is the wave of the future. And why do we need anyone working these jobs at all? And you, large-brained genius that you are, train my replacement. Oh, you're bad enough to get me fired, but not bad enough to glory in my downfall, huh? Yeah, right. Well, whatever. We're both in the same boat now. Valdivian has no use for either of us. And you got me into this mess, so you're gonna be here to get me out of it. Time's wasting. Let's start over, shall we? Icebreaker. Your name and a fun fact. Name's Wilhelmina Work. Friends call me Willie. Hello. You and I aren't friends, but in the spirit of team building, you can call me Willie. As for my fun fact, I speak 6 languages and am fluent in 4. What? So you can tell your little AI pal how exactly to replace me? Nice try. Moving on.
You introduce yourself to Willie, But when it comes time for your fun fact, you hesitate for a moment. What to choose?
I guess that's a fun fact, though the word fun is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. Well, that's done now. Let's see what else is on the agenda for today.
Willie pulls her phone out, scanning through some unseen document. She frowns, her pretty features twisting into an annoyed grimace.
Guess we're on to scope now. Scope, wherein we'll decide the scale, parameters, and ambition of this project. Good practice to ask when you don't know what something means. Here's the deal. I had a job. You cost me that job. I am your job, so you don't have a job either. Tables turning, etc., etc. So you and I are going to meet every day until we figure out where I'm landing next. Since this is your fault and you have nothing better to do, you owe it to me to be here for this. When has that excuse ever worked? You did it, we're out of a job, now you have to deal with this. I've got some interviews lined up with some places around the house. First one's with Hanks Limited. The very same. Meeting adjourned.
If it isn't my favorite Luxie! Hi! We are definitely friends. Oh, could you give me like 45 minutes? Or like 5 hours? I'm just making a quick video and then doing a podcast appearance and then going on a date with... Ooh, their name escapes me at the moment. Some other fan! They won a contest. But after that, I am totally free and all yours. I mean, didn't I just say that I was busy? Bye.